Hi, welcome to ITC314. My name's Peter White and I'm your lecturer for this session. Some expectations and information for you first. The subject outline is always available from Interact. So if you look in the left-hand menu on Interact up towards the top, you'll see subject outline. It'll then open in a new tab. You can always get to it from there. There is another section on the left-hand menu that will come in very handy, and that's resources. And you'll find in there additional readings or documents, as well as things like copies of the trial exam, lecture notes from each lecture. I'll put those up after each session. So this is a place where you can go to and have a look for resources for your subject. There will also be announcements which will be made from time to time if things have to change or if there's any additional information that has to be given to you. So make sure you check the announcements on a regular basis. From an expectation point of view, you are expected to actively participate in the discussions on the forum. So the idea of the forum is it's a place where you can discuss with your peers how to do things, how to approach things, knowledge and so on. I'll monitor the forum and I'll put my bit in from time to time, but it may be a day or so before I actually be able to get to it. It depends on what's happening. Make sure you check the site at least once a week for any announcements or any new information. And if you have any concerns or issues, please come directly to me using my email address. It's the best way of getting to it. So a little bit about me. I'm an adjunct lecturer. And that means I'm not a full-time lecturer at CSU. I actually still working. In my current position, I'm the Manager Design and Delivery for a New South Wales government agency. So I've been in the IT industry for quite some time, and I've got experience as a software developer, a systems administrator, an information security architect, a technical architect, solution architect, and now I'm the manager of the design team. I've got a wealth of experience, particularly around information security, software development, and virtualization. And in fact, I was the lead on our team that brought together and designed our virtualization infrastructure when we moved everything from hard boxes into a virtual infrastructure. My major qualifications is Doctor of Information Technology, and I did that in information security. So I'm quite up to date with what things are doing and how things work. The best way to contact me, because I'm not a full-time lecturer, is by email. My email address is pewhite@csu.edu.au. The phone number there is the phone number for my office on campus, and I check that approximately once a week. So email is always the best. And if you are emailing me, please make sure you put ITC314 in the title, in the subject, and that makes sure that it won't get blasted out by my spam filter. If you do need to come and see me, make an appointment, and there's my room on campus is in building 1292, room 314 on the Bathurst campus. You'll need to have the book for this session, and the book is by Michael Portnoy. It's the 2016 second edition of Virtualization Essentials. This is quite a good book, and it covers all of the details of everything that you're going to need to learn. The topics we'll be covering are as follows. Virtualization, and we'll look at the importance of virtualization and the need that businesses have for it. We'll look at desktop and server virtualization and the differences between the two. We'll look at virtual machines and how they work and how they run and what you can do or not do with a VM. We'll look at security around virtualization, which is fairly critical. We'll look at clustering and availability. Now, this is where we start to look at how is an enterprise going to run virtual infrastructure and have a whole number of different VMs running together on a series of hosts. And we'll look at that virtual infrastructure and the planning and management of it. So what this really means is this is a more theoretically based subject rather than a practically based one. I will suggest as we go through here that you download some virtualization software and you start to play with it yourself so you get a bit of an idea of how it all works. But realistically, what we'll be looking at is the theory around it and how we do the theory, how do we understand how it works, how do we plan it, and then we can go from there. Here's the schedule for our session. So we start on the 27th of February is when the session starts. And you'll notice that we have an online lecture / tutorial / discussion every Thursday night at 1900 or 7 p.m. Now this is set up as a 2-hour session. Normally it will probably only go for about an hour to an hour and a half, but we've got the 2 hours there in case we need it. These sessions will be recorded, and I'll put up the MP4 file on Interact the following day so you can download it and replay it at your leisure. As you can see, we have 3 assignments due. The first on the 19th of March, the second on the 9th of April, and then the final one on the 21st of May. Okay, and as you see there, we'll start looking at a brief introduction, then we'll start looking at virtualization on the desktop, then VMs and operating systems and management. Then we'll look at servers and how we do the same thing. It's very similar. And then we'll start looking at security, network and storage virtualization, and getting into building infrastructure. So we've got a fair bit to cover. It's a pretty interesting subject. But if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Send me an email, as I said, at pewhite@csu.edu.au, and I monitor that pretty well constantly so I can get back to you fairly quickly. Talk to you soon.